My name is Karen Reyes. So, what I think from the little set of instructions, the safety in school science instructions, I think that it is very important to establish rules inside of science class because you don't know what's ever going to happen. And I also think that it's such a good idea to have these programs for the teachers to ensure that there is safety inside of their classrooms because at the end of the day, we as teachers, we're liable for the safety of our children and ensuring that we have such a safe environment for them for whenever they're doing anything science related. Along with that, I thought it was a great idea that they were talking about how they would incorporate teachers into the rulemaking. And I believe in it because since we are the ones in the classroom, we know what goes around the classroom. So I think collaborating with administrators over that would be such a good idea. And then how did this align? As a science student, I remember when I was in school, my teacher would be super strict on the rules and procedures. She would constantly remind us what the rules and procedures were, even if she told us, let's say, like a few minutes ago when we were already conducting the experiment. She made sure and reminded people, especially with the whole having your hair back. I remember having really long hair and it will get in the way, so she always ensured that all girls had like their hair tied back. So I think it is very important to be constantly reminding students, even if it's the most minor thing, that rules should be followed in order to ensure that everyone's safe, themselves, the teacher, and their peers. So from what I've read and from what I also experienced, I will basically do the same. I will make sure that my expectations are clear, the rules are clear, and the routines are clear whenever we're in the science classroom and even anywhere. It's really important to have all those. So I think that that's how I'll implement what I read, is to be really clear and having those rules like constantly reminded, and even in the classroom, even when they're not doing science. I think it's very good just to have that set up in your classroom because sometimes students wonder, so they can just look and it will just be there to constantly remind them. So I think to implement the rules into my classroom, that's something that I would do. Along with that, something else I'll do is to make sure I model the experiment or whatever activity we're doing so kids will not be confused, which can cause also danger to occur because maybe they could make something on accident, they didn't read them correctly. So I think by also modeling how the experiment will be, the activity, even if it's just like something really simple, I think it is still really important to model what you're doing to make sure that the students are kept safe. So that's what I think about this article/instructions that I read. Overall, I just think it is very important for programs to be implemented for teachers to ensure their students are safe, and for rules, routines, and so on to be posted on the classroom, and for teachers to be extra aware of what they are.